What if a Type 3 civilization is already watching Earth? Imagine this. Right now, while you're watching this video, Earth could already be under observation, not by satellites, not by secret governments, and not by anything humanity has ever created. Somewhere in the Milky Way, a civilization millions or even billions of years older than ours may already know we exist. The frightening part is that we would have absolutely no way of knowing. For decades, scientists have searched the sky for signals from intelligent life. Massive radio telescopes scan distant stars. Powerful observatories search for signs of technology. Yet, despite all our efforts, the universe remains silent. Or does it? What if the reason we haven't found alien civilizations is not because they don't exist? What if it's because they are so advanced that we simply cannot recognize them? Today, we're going to explore one of the most terrifying possibilities in modern science. A possibility involving a Type 3 civilization. A civilization so advanced that it could control the energy of an entire galaxy. A civilization that might already be watching Earth. To understand how frightening this idea really is, we first need to understand where humanity stands. In 1964, Soviet astrophysicist Nikolai Kardashev proposed a simple way to measure the technological advancement of a civilization. Instead of counting computers, spaceships, or scientific discoveries, he focused on something more fundamental: energy. According to the Kardashev Scale, a Type 1 civilization can harness all the energy available on its home planet. A Type 2 civilization can control the energy output of an entire star. And a Type 3 civilization can utilize the energy of an entire galaxy. At first glance, those numbers may not seem impressive, but consider this. The sun produces more energy every second than humanity has consumed throughout its entire history. A Type 2 civilization would capture nearly all of that power. A Type 3 civilization would do the same thing, not with one star, but with hundreds of billions of stars. The difference between humanity and a Type 3 civilization would be greater than the difference between a bacterium and a human being. And that creates a disturbing question. Would such a civilization even notice us? Imagine walking through a forest. As you take each step, thousands of insects live their entire lives beneath your feet. Most of the time, you don't notice them, not because you're trying to ignore them, but because they are simply too insignificant compared to your scale of existence. Now, imagine humanity occupying that same position in relation to a Type 3 civilization. We spend years sending radio messages into space. We celebrate every technological achievement. We dream about colonizing Mars. Meanwhile, a Type 3 civilization might be moving stars, building structures around black holes, and engineering entire solar systems. Our greatest achievements could appear primitive beyond imagination. But if such civilizations exist, why haven't we seen any evidence? This question is known as the Fermi Paradox. The universe is unimaginably large. There are hundreds of billions of stars in our galaxy alone. Many of those stars are older than the sun. Countless planets could have developed intelligent life long before Earth even formed. Statistically, advanced civilizations should be everywhere, yet we see nothing. No giant alien cities, no unmistakable signals, no confirmed visitors, just silence. One possible explanation is terrifying. Perhaps advanced civilizations become invisible. Think about humanity's own technological evolution. A century ago, radio signals leaked into space in every direction. Television broadcasts filled Earth's surroundings. modern communication increasingly relies on focused, efficient systems that produce fewer detectable emissions. As technology improves, civilizations may actually become harder to detect. Eventually, they could disappear entirely from the perspective of younger species. A Type 3 civilization might not use radio. It might not use anything we currently understand. Trying to detect them could be like ancient humans trying to detect Wi-Fi using stone tools. The technology gap would be simply too large, and things become even stranger. Some scientists have suggested that sufficiently advanced technology would appear indistinguishable from magic. A famous idea proposed by science fiction author Arthur C. Clarke. Imagine showing a smartphone to someone living 10,000 years ago. They would see a glowing object capable of communication across vast distances. A device containing maps, knowledge, music, videos, and artificial intelligence. To them, it would seem supernatural. Now multiply that technological gap millions of times. That might be the difference between humanity and a Type 3 civilization. Now let's assume something even more unsettling. What if a Type 3 civilization doesn't simply exist somewhere in the galaxy? What if it already knows about Earth? At first, that might sound impossible. After all, humanity has only been broadcasting radio signals for about a century. Those signals have traveled roughly 100 light years into space, a tiny distance compared to the Milky Way's diameter of over 100,000 light years. But a Type 3 civilization may not need our radio signals at all. Long before humans built cities, invented writing, or even discovered fire, Earth was already changing the chemistry of its atmosphere. For billions of years, life has been leaving fingerprints visible from space. Oxygen, methane, water vapor, and other gases can reveal the presence of living organisms. Modern scientists are already developing methods to detect these signatures on distant exoplanets. If humanity can do this today, imagine what a civilization millions of years ahead of us could accomplish. They might have mapped every habitable planet in the galaxy long ago. Earth could already exist in a catalog containing billions of worlds, just another entry in an unimaginably vast database. And if that's true, then our planet may have been observed for far longer than human civilization has existed. But why haven't they contacted us? One possibility comes from a frightening idea known as the dark forest theory. According to this theory, every civilization in the universe behaves like a hunter, moving silently through a dark forest. Nobody knows who can be trusted. Nobody knows which civilization may become a threat in the future. The safest strategy is simple: stay hidden. And if another civilization reveals its location, eliminate the risk before it becomes dangerous. It sounds extreme, but from a cosmic perspective, it may actually be logical. Imagine two civilizations separated by thousands of light years. Communication takes centuries. Verification is impossible. Intentions can change. A peaceful civilization today could become hostile thousands of years later. Under those conditions, trust becomes nearly impossible. If the dark forest theory is correct, then the silence we observe across the universe is not reassuring. It is terrifying, because it may mean everyone is hiding, including civilizations far more advanced than us. And humanity, we have been loudly announcing our existence for decades. Radio transmissions, television broadcasts, radar systems, space probes carrying information about Earth. From the dark forest perspective, we have been shouting into the darkness without knowing who might be listening. Fortunately, there is another possibility. A Type 3 civilization may not view us as a threat at all. In fact, it may barely notice us. Consider how humans treat
10,
wildlife
9,
reserves.
8,
Scientists
7,
often observe
6,
animals.
5, we have code ready to start. 2, 1,
data,
0,
monitor development,
booster ignition, and
avoid
liftoff
direct
of Shuttle
contact
Endeavour
whenever
with
possible.
NASA's final space station
Some
crew compartment
researchers have
that brings a
suggested
bay window view
that
to our
advanced
celestial
extraterrestrial
backyard.
civilizations could behave similarly. This idea is sometimes called the zoo hypothesis. According to this concept, Earth may essentially be a protected cosmic reserve. Advanced civilizations know we exist. They monitor our progress, but they intentionally avoid contact, not because they fear us, but because interfering could alter our natural development. If this sounds strange, remember that humans already do exactly the same thing. When researchers study isolated tribes deep in remote forests, they usually avoid unnecessary interaction. Direct contact could permanently change the culture they are trying to understand. Now imagine applying that logic to an entire planet. A Type 3 civilization may have decided that humanity should evolve on its own. If so, alien observers could be watching us right now without ever revealing themselves. But what if they eventually decide to make contact? The answer depends entirely on their intentions. And that's where things become impossible to predict. A civilization capable of controlling an entire galaxy would possess technologies beyond our imagination. They might cure every disease known to humanity. They might eliminate aging. They might provide virtually unlimited energy. They could transform Earth into a paradise within a few decades. But there is another possibility. Their goals may have absolutely nothing to do with human well-being. When humans build a highway, we don't negotiate with every insect colony in its path. Not because we are evil, but because our objectives exist on a completely different scale. A Type 3 civilization might operate according to principles so advanced that human concerns become irrelevant. Our hopes, our fears, our politics, our civilizations, all of it could seem insignificant compared to projects involving entire star systems.
And that realization may be the most unsettling possibility of all. Not that aliens want to destroy us, but that they simply don't care. Now let's take this idea even further. If a Type 3 civilization truly exists, then one question becomes unavoidable. How did it become so powerful? For a civilization to reach this level, it would need to survive challenges that humanity hasn't even encountered yet. Climate disasters, resource shortages, artificial intelligence, biotechnology, planetary catastrophes, interstellar expansion. Somewhere along its journey, it successfully overcame every obstacle capable of destroying a young civilization. And then it kept growing for thousands, millions, perhaps even billions of years. Eventually, such a civilization would face a new challenge: space itself. Even traveling at incredible speeds, the galaxy is enormous. The Milky Way is over 100,000 light-years across. For humans, colonizing every star system would seem impossible, but a Type 3 civilization wouldn't necessarily rely on biological explorers. Instead, it could deploy self-replicating machines. Imagine a robotic probe arriving in a new star system. Using local resources, it builds 2 copies of itself. Those copies travel to different stars and repeat the process. Then 4 probes become 8, 8 becomes 16, 16 become 32. The numbers grow exponentially. Within a relatively short period on cosmic timescales, millions of probes could spread across the galaxy. Eventually, every star system would be explored, every planet cataloged, every useful resource identified. Many scientists believe that if a civilization ever created machines like these, galactic colonization would become almost inevitable. And that's exactly why some researchers find the silence of the universe so strange. If advanced civilizations exist, where are their machines? Where are their megastructures? Where are the signs of galaxy-wide engineering? One possibility is that we're simply looking for the wrong things. Imagine trying to explain a modern data center to a person from the Stone Age. They wouldn't understand its purpose. They might not even recognize it as technology. The same problem could apply to us. A Type 3. Civilization's engineering projects may be so advanced that we fail to recognize them. Some strange astronomical observations could already be evidence of advanced activity. Unusual stars, mysterious energy emissions, objects behaving in unexpected ways. Today we explain these phenomena using natural processes, and most of the time, that's probably correct. But what if one of those mysteries isn't natural? What if one of them is technological? Now consider black holes. To humanity, black holes are among the most extreme
10,
objects in the universe.
9, 8,
Their gravity is
7,
so powerful that
6,
not even light can escape.
5. We have to go from ready to start.
Yet for a Type
2,
3 civilization,
1.
black holes might not be terrifying.
Booster ignition
They could be
and
useful.
liftoff of Shuttle Endeavour.
Some theoretical
NASA's final
models
space
suggest that
station
enormous
compartment
amounts of energy
that brings a
could be
bay window
extracted
view
from
to our
rotating
celestial
black holes.
backyard.
If humanity survives long enough, we may eventually attempt such projects ourselves. A Type 3 civilization could already be doing it on a massive scale. Entire regions of the galaxy might function as gigantic power plants. Stars could be moved, planets could be reconstructed, solar systems could be redesigned according to specific needs. At that point, the distinction between natural and artificial would begin to disappear. The galaxy itself could become a machine, and yet, despite all these possibilities, humanity remains alone, at least as far as we know. Which brings us to one final question. What if the greatest danger isn't an alien invasion? What if the greatest danger is never becoming advanced enough to survive? Throughout history, countless species appeared on Earth. Most of them vanished, not because they were weak, but because they failed to adapt. Humanity may face the same challenge. Every year, our technology becomes more powerful. Artificial intelligence grows more capable. Genetic engineering advances. Space exploration expands. At the same time, the risks increase. A single mistake could have global consequences. Perhaps this is the great filter, the invisible barrier that prevents most civilizations from reaching the stars. Maybe countless intelligent species emerged across the universe. Maybe many dreamed of exploring the galaxy. Maybe most destroyed themselves before they ever had the chance. If that's true, then the existence of a Type 3 civilization would be even more extraordinary. It would mean that somewhere, somehow, one civilization survived everything. Every war, every crisis, every existential threat, and eventually became powerful enough to shape the destiny of an entire galaxy. So let's return to the question we started with. What if a Type 3 civilization is already watching Earth? The truth is that we don't know. Maybe we're being observed, maybe we're completely alone, maybe advanced civilizations hide themselves, or maybe they exist on a level that humanity cannot yet comprehend. But one thing is certain. If intelligent life exists elsewhere in the universe, then at least some civilizations have had a massive head start. And if that's the case, the gap between them and us may be far greater than most people realize. The next time you look up at the night sky, remember this. Every star you see could have planets. Some of those planets may have life, some may have civilizations. And somewhere among those countless worlds, there may already be a society so advanced that the entire Milky Way has become its home. The frightening part isn't whether they've found us. The frightening part is that they may have found us a very long time ago, and we're only now beginning to ask the right questions.